What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrew Jensen. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny Monday here. President's Day, Family Day back in Canada. See that? That's the first hole here at Northampton. I'm gonna take you guys on a course vlog today, playing the front nine. Weather's much better than last week, so hopefully we can play a little bit better as well. So here we have the first hole, 404-yard par 4. Really tricky green. Hitting the fairway is obviously the most important thing. Really wide open at about 250. So I typically hit a 3-wood here because the wind's usually into off the right, but it is downwind today. So I'm gonna hit a 2-iron and get some chase on it and maybe leave myself anywhere from 120 to 140 into this flag. Part 1 accomplished. Hit a pretty good 2-iron there. Chased it down a little bit of the speed slot on the left side. Got 128 yards to that pin. Wind's a little off the right, kind of sometimes into, sometimes helping. Just gonna hit a little wedge in there, control it. The pin is on a tiny little plateau, so going for it is a bit risky. You need to be spot on with your yardage. A little short left, it will spin off the front of the green. A little long right, it'll kick down into a collection area. So distance control is the most important thing here. So anything 20 feet and in, I'm gonna be quite happy with. I'm pleased with that one. I did err on the side of caution a little bit to the left, but you saw what I was talking about. That kicks all down. This thing kicks all down. It's just a small little landing area here. So leaving it out there to the left about 20, 22 feet, I'm pleased with that. So there's still a chance that I can make birdie here. Second hole here at Northampton, 622-yard par 5. It's a pretty straightforward tee shot, pretty forgiving fairway. It's just something you want to hit solid, get it out there. It's a little breeze into the face today. It's a 3-shot hole. It's just about hitting a good drive. Nothing more here than that. So let's go. Hit a good drive. Now I have 315 into the flag. Well, obviously it's a layup. You can see over here, that's where we want to lay up. I want to give myself about 100 yards so I don't mess with this stuff on the right, don't mess with this bunker up there on the right. So into this wind, just want to hit a 4-iron, lay up and give myself, roughly around 100, 105 yards into that flag. Executed that layup exactly to plan. I have 101 yards to the flag. Green's pretty straightforward, so I can take dead aim at this. A little wind in the face. So I'm just gonna chip a sand wedge as if I was hitting 105 to a 108-yard shot. The grain's back into me, so it will spin when it lands. Didn't hit a very good one there. Thinned it out to the right. I've got roughly 16, 18 feet here for birdie. Not what we wanted, but it's still a makeable putt. Play 2 holes. This is a good time to just interject with what the intention is today. If you've been paying attention to the channel, I've been doing a lot of work on my golf swing and it is coming along really, really well. I'm happy with that. Just had a good lesson on Friday. So the intention today is being out here and just playing golf. Yeah, I'm aware of what I'm doing, what I'm trying to accomplish, but when it comes to hitting these shots, I need to be fully focused on just hitting the shots. I'm working on the technique too much. I struggle over the golf ball to just focus on a target and play golf. So that's what I'm doing today. I might hit some poor shots, but the focus is, and the intention is my focus, and letting my focus be just golf shots, not golf swing. So like that shot on 2 wasn't awesome, but hey, that's okay because I accomplished what I wanted over the golf ball, and that's what I'm looking for today. So that's a little piece of advice when it comes to a bit of practice holes, practice 9, set an intention, and stick to that, and let that be your litmus test, let that be your measuring stick. So these 9 holes, I want to make sure I can hit as many shots, if not all of them, being completely golf shot focused. Third hole here at Northampton, beautiful little par 3, 194 yards it's playing to that back pin. The green here is quite big. On line with the flag, that bunker, it's only 172 to carry it. You basically want to hit something to the middle of this green. The way the green slopes, front left to back right, there is a little hill that it can kick down off to. Really, it's not a flag you want to attack, especially with the wind a little into off the right. So it's something where I'm going to aim right over the left edge of that bunker. And if it cuts, great. If not, have anywhere from 20 to 30 feet. That's pretty good from 194 yards. Didn't really hit the greatest of shots there. I have 45 feet. My line was awesome, but I did catch it a little bit off the toe. Flowing maybe 5 more yards, it would have kicked a lot closer down that slope, but this is what we got. So the important thing here is just good distance control, so we have a tap-in par. .455-yard fourth hole here. Really good par 4. Again, much like the second hole, pretty generous driving hole. There's nothing really to be worried about. Going left is the miss, so I'm not even looking at that. I'm looking straight out over the middle of this pond here and just want to catch solid contact. That wind is a little into off the right, and just like the second hole, solid contact, smooth swing. That's all that matters. Hit a decent drive. Rhythm was a little out of whack. It is a bit of a struggle focusing solely on the shot, not just the technique. So I've got 165 yards here to that front left pin. Winds into off the right. That pin is up on a little plateau. There's a gentle slope off the right of it. So anything basically pin high or a little long right is perfect, but this is a nice little wind to kind of punch, draw something in there. And if it does get up to that plateau, bonus. Missing this left is kind of foolish because you don't have a lot of green to work with. Right at the middle of the green would be perfect. Got away with one there, caught it just a little heavy, but luckily the wind died down on me, so it just got to the front of that green. 21 feet here, a little up that ridge. A tricky one, but the right speed, it has a chance of going in. One of my favorite holes at Northampton, 377-yard par 4. It's just a cute little hole that you have a lot of option off the tee. I like to hit 3-wood off this tee. You see the bunker straight out, it's 290 yards, so I can't reach that with 3-wood. Bunker on the left is 260 to carry, so if I happen to pull a 3-wood, I'm okay. Hitting driver brings in the longer trouble because this hole is 90% of the time downwind off the right. So it's one of the holes where a good 3-wood actually can go further than a driver because there is a little downslope off the 150 and the bunker on the left. So I just like to smooth a 3-wood out there, basically at the 150, let the wind move it left, and you have 60, 70 yard pitch. Caught all of that one, absolutely smashed it 70 yards to that middle pin. So like I told you, there's that speed slot and the wind. It's a green light special with 3-wood off this tee. And this is a pretty straightforward pitch. There's a little area to the right of that flag that you don't want to mess with because it does slope down severely off the green. But I'm taking dead aim at this. Flew it maybe a yard too far, so it kicked down that downslope just a hair. We've got 9 feet. Straight uphill into the green for birdie. Really great look at it. The 6th hole, 530-yard par 5. These trees out in the distance, that's basically my target line. With this wind helping from the left, it's gonna help that little cut. Bunker here on the left, don't wanna mess with that. These bunkers on the right, they're coverable, but I don't wanna take them on because everything over it kicks a little right, and then you're gonna be a little blocked off. The green is a little around a corner, and there's water right of it, so you want to be up the left side of this fairway, and there is some generous slopes there, so hopefully I can catch one of them and have somewhere around 210-ish into this green. Did lose that one a little bit to the right, just like I told you I didn't want to do. I have a little bit of tree issues here. I've got 215 to the flag, a lot of room right of it, short of it, but I want to make sure I hit enough to cover the water hazard that's along the whole right side up for this approach shot. That bunker isn't an awful place to be. It's pretty easy up and down. Probably an easier shot than being 100 yards because that pin's really, really tucked on a little slope. So I'm gonna go for this at 215. Solid contact and get it anywhere on the green and try to have 2 putts for birdie. Well, the wind was swirling on me a little bit and I was struggling to commit. They were hitting a soft 4-iron and just smashing a 5-iron, and I stuck with the 5-iron, the original plan. Nice shot right to the middle of the green. So I have a look at eagle. It's our signature hole here at Northampton, this picturesque par 3 7th. Pin is up front today. It's playing 177 yards. Wind is kind of into off to the left. The pin is on a little plateau. This is just something to hit right to the middle of the green. I have a putt-up birdie, but par is always a great score here. Took too much club, basically. I thought that wind was going to be hurting a little bit. Hit it kind of where I wanted to, just flew too far. So I've got pretty straightforward up and down here. I just got to make sure I land it past that spot of bad grass and then make my par. Executed that well. Got it up here. 1.5 feet. Let's see if we can't do this one-handed. 8th hole here at Northampton, par 4, 370 yards, and it's just a tricky short hole. You can see over there on the right, you don't want to mess with that. Kick down into that waste bunker, and even worse, kick into that water. And then on the other side, you can't hit driver, you can't hit 3-wood because it slopes down to some water that wraps around that bunker and shows up more in front of the green. So I always hit 2 or 3 iron here. With the wind helping, it's going to be a 3 iron, and then I'm going to have a wedge or a sand wedge in. And I just take my medicine here, don't bite off more than I can chew. Nice little 3 iron. Not my best 3 iron, but it's in play. I've got 146 yards, slightly downwind, slightly downhill. You saw on the flyover, everything off that bunker does kick up towards this pin. There's a little backstop behind this pin. So this is something where I can really take dead aim. And with this wind and this yardage, this is a really comfortable 3/4 pitching wedge. Well, I'll give that one about a D in execution. I just rushed the transition a little bit, hung that face a little open. Kind of disappointing to hang this out there 30 feet when you have such a collection area at this flag and you're licking your chops. Now I just have to make up for it with some solid putting. 9th hole here. 386 yards, really nice looking par 4. You can see our clubhouse in the background. Bunker out here on the left, it's 290. It's not in play. Really the line is straight out, just right of that 150. Let the wind move it a little right. There is a lot of room right. The further you hit it, the more likely you are to cover that waste bunker on the right. I always just hit 3-wood here. Driver gets a little narrow and it downslopes a little bit to the water that does approach the green. So I like hitting 3-wood here, giving any wind condition and having some type of wedge into this green. Really happy with that tee shot. The wind has really switched on me and kicked up, and it's quite a bit in the face, and that pin is well back there. So I've got 150 yards to it. It's up on a plateau. If you're short of it, it's gonna come down. You wanna be a little long right of it if you're going for it. If not, something right to the middle of the green is perfect. I'm gonna chip a little 8 iron, and if it happens to cut through the wind and get to that back tier, awesome. If not, I'm right in the middle of the green, and I just have to navigate that slope and 2-putt and get out of here. Well, it was almost a really special shot. It hit right up on the edge of this hill and hung up here for just a little minute, but then trickled back down 30-ish feet up this hill. The front 9 at Northampton, we're done. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day, and the score was just as sunny. The game was just as sunny. Missed 1 fairway, missed 1 green. Played really well. Really happy with how I played. My focus of trying to play golf over golf swing, I accomplished it on almost every shot. That approach shot on 8 might have been the worst. I thought a little bit about the transition and my left shoulder, and lo and behold, I hit a bad shot. But I'm really happy with how I hit it. We put these 2 nines together, 4 under around here. I'm always happy with that. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know in the comments below what you thought of this. And I will see you guys in a couple days. Peace.